Saint Alphonsus Liguori was born in Marianella, near Naples, then part of the Kingdom of Naples, on the 27th of September 1696. He was the eldest of 7 children of Giuseppe Liguori, a naval officer and captain of the Royal Galleys, and Anna Maria Caterina Cavalieri. 2 days after he was born, he was baptized at the Church of Our Lady the Virgin as Alphonsus Mary Anthony John Cosmas Damian Michael Gaspard de Liguori. Liguori learned to ride and fence but was never a good shot because of poor eyesight. Myopia and chronic asthma precluded a military career, so his father had him educated in the legal profession. He was taught by tutors before entering the University of Naples, where he graduated with doctorates in civil and canon law at 16. He remarked later that he was so small at the time that he was almost buried in his doctor's gown and that all the spectators laughed. When he was 18, like many other nobles, he joined the Confraternity of Our Lady of Mercy, with whom he assisted in the care of the sick at the hospital for incurables. He became a successful lawyer. He was thinking of leaving the profession and wrote to someone, "My friend, our profession is too full of difficulties and dangers. We lead an unhappy life and run risk of dying an unhappy death." At 27, after having lost an important case, the first he had lost in 8 years of practicing law, he made a firm resolution to leave the profession of law. Moreover, he heard an interior voice saying, "Leave the world, and give yourself to me." In 1723, he decided to offer himself as a novice to the oratory of St. Philip Neri with the intention of becoming a priest. His father opposed the plan, but after 2 months he and his father compromised. He would study for the priesthood, but not as an oratorian, and would live at home. He was ordained on the 21st of December 1726, at the age of 30. He lived his first years as a priest with the homeless and the marginalized youth of Naples. He became very popular because of his plain and simple preaching. He said, "I have never preached a sermon which the poorest old woman in the congregation could not understand." He founded the evening chapels, which were managed by the young people themselves. The chapels were centers of prayer and piety, preaching, community, social activities, and education. At the time of his death, there were 72, with over 10,000 active participants. His sermons were very effective at converting those who had been alienated from their faith. Liguori suffered from scruples much of his adult life and felt guilty about the most minor issues relating to sin. Moreover, Liguori viewed scruples as a blessing at times and wrote, "Scruples are useful in the beginning of conversion, they cleanse the soul, and at the same time make it careful." In 1729, Liguori left his family home and took up residence at the Chinese Institute in Naples. It was there that he began his missionary experience in the interior regions of the Kingdom of Naples, where he found people who were much poorer and more abandoned than any of the street children in Naples. In 1731, while he was ministering to earthquake victims in the town of Foggia, Alphonsus said he had a vision of the Virgin Mother in the appearance of a young girl of 13 or 14, wearing a white veil. On the 9th of November 1732, he founded the Congregation of the Most Holy Redeemer, when Sister Maria Celeste Crostarosa told him that it had been revealed to her that he was the one that God had chosen to found the congregation. He founded the congregation with the charism of preaching popular missions in the city and the countryside. Its goal was to teach and preach in the slums of cities and other poor places. They also fought Jansenism, a heresy that preached an excessive moral rigorism. The penitents should be treated as souls to be saved rather than as criminals to be punished. He is said never to have refused absolution to a penitent. A gifted musician and composer, he wrote many popular hymns and taught them to the people in parish missions. In 1732, while he was staying at the Convent of the Consolation, one of his order's houses in the small city of Delicito in the province of Foggia in southeastern Italy, Liguori wrote the Italian carol, Tu scendi dal stelle, from starry skies descending, in the musical style of a pastoral. The version with Italian lyrics was based on his original song written in Neapolitan, which began Quando nascet Nino, when the child was born. As it was traditionally associated with the zampogna, or large-format Italian bagpipe, it became known as Canzone di Zampogna, the carol of the bagpipers. Liguori was consecrated Bishop of Sant'Agata de Goti in 1762. He tried to refuse the appointment by using his age and infirmities as arguments against his consecration. He wrote sermons, books, and articles to encourage devotion to the Blessed Sacrament and the Blessed Virgin Mary. He first addressed ecclesiastical abuses in the diocese, reformed the seminary and spiritually rehabilitated the clergy and faithful. He suspended those priests who celebrated Mass in less than 15 minutes and sold his carriage and episcopal ring to give the money to the poor. In the last years of his life, he suffered a painful sickness and bitter persecution from his fellow priests, who dismissed him from the congregation that he had founded. By May 1775, Alphonsus was deaf, blind, and laden with so many infirmities, that he has no longer even the appearance of a man, and his resignation was accepted by the recently crowned Pope Pius VI. He continued to live with the Redemptorist community in Pagani, Italy, where he died on the 1st of August 1787. He was beatified on the 15th of September 1816 by Pope Pius XII and canonized on the 26th of May 1839 by Pope Gregory XVI. In 1949, the Redemptorists founded the Alphonsian Academy for the advanced study of Catholic moral theology. He was named the patron of confessors and moral theologians by Pope Pius XII on the 26th of April 1950.